going to be loud out there.
Hannah, just talk about grabbing 15 rebounds. Pretty incredible number for a person, for a guard.
Yeah.
For anybody, really.
I was just trying to play hard and play within the offense and defense. And when I saw the ball, I just went to go grab it.
You seem to be a good rebounder. I mean, it's something you do well. You sound like it's a pretty simple thing. Is it mostly just an effort type thing, or you kind of try to figure out where the ball is going, that type of thing? Or
I mean, it's mostly just effort, but yeah, it is a lot of like watching the ball and see, like anticipating where it's going to bounce off or if it's not even going to bounce off the rim. But it's a lot of just effort based.
Is it a little more special to do that against Akron?
Definitely. They're our rivals. So yeah.
Just talk about the win in general. I mean, you got off to a big start and then they kind of came back and you guys were able to pull it out.
Yeah, I think we came out fighting really hard, and I think we took a step back for probably a little bit, and then we realized we really need to push forward and stay fighting. And so I think we did that the rest of the time. We tried to stay connected.
What's it mean to have Katie back? I mean, she played a lot of minutes and scored a lot of points, especially early.
Yeah, she's a great asset to this program, and she's a great teammate. It was definitely great to have her back, and she played hard and aggressive right from the jump, attacking the rim. That definitely helped us get that big lead in the beginning, and then she continued to do that throughout the game. So that was a really big help.
Look back on the season a little bit. It's been a really crazy season with your 4-0 start, and then January, whatever January was, and then you win, you lose some, and then you win 3 in a row, and you end with a win. What's it been like for you?
I think we knew coming into the season that there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. So I think it was just anticipating that happening and just hitting everything on the head with what we had and just going hard every day and seeing what we could do with that. And I think that's all that we could have done. And I think that's what we've been doing. We're going to continue to do throughout this MAC tournament.
You get Buffalo in the tournament. What are your thoughts about them? You seem to play them a lot in the tournament.
It's not guaranteed yet, Carl.
Huh?
It's not guaranteed yet.
Oh, okay. So we better strike that question again. What do I got here? Nyla played 21 minutes. I don't know how many points she had in the fourth quarter, but she really went at the basket there in the fourth quarter. From where you sit, what is she like?
Oh, she's a beast. She attacks hard to the basket, and she gets a lot of offensive, defensive boards for us. And that's just a great asset to the program, and she really helps us win games.
You had 7 offensive rebounds. You have a philosophy on that? Do you try to go back up, or what do you decide when you get an offensive rebound? How do you decide what to do with the ball?
I mean, it's really just effort based, and then once I get the rebound, you just see what the defense is giving you and what's open. So if I'm open underneath the basket, I'll take it, and if not, and people collapse, I see who's open, and I'll pass it out to a shooter. Yeah.
Hannah, do you feel
Anything
like
else,
you're kind of, yeah, just one last one. Just do you feel like you're kind of, find yourself a little bit of a role, kind of etching a role on the team with your ability to rebound and just kind of make hustle plays and that type of thing?
Yeah, I found that if I give everything I got, play with a lot of effort and play aggressive, everything will come naturally. If I try to rebound, it'll all come together. And I feel like that's my role in this team, and it's coming together. So yeah.
You're still rebounding when Margot's shooting after the game. It's just one of them nights you just want to rebound everything?
She wanted to shoot, and I was like, I'll rebound for you. Yeah.
Anything else for Hannah? No? All right. Hannah, thank you.
Yep, thank you. All right.
Great job.
Thanks. See you later.
All right, Coach, good win to close out the season. Just want to start with your opening thoughts on the win.
Yeah, it'd be nice for us to start making some shots. I mean, that's I think defensively we found our niche over the last couple weeks. Our defense has certainly gotten better, and And really, other than the second Northern Illinois game, we've kind of struggled. To make shots. I'm hopeful. I think part of that has to do with how long the season's been for us, and just I think it's having, we've played 6 of our last 8 games on the road. That stuff wears you down. So hopefully we can get some rest tomorrow and, prepare Monday and Tuesday for whoever we play. And, I think if we can continue to defend like we've been defending and we start knocking down some shots, I think we have, as good a chance as anybody to win in the tournament. But this was a great win. Obviously, against Akron, every time you play them, it's going to be a tough battle. And we knew it being their last game this year that they were going to give everything all the way to the end. We got off to a quick start. I wouldn't necessarily say we took our foot off the gas. We just struggled to finish in the second quarter, and allowed them to get back in the game. And then it was kind of a back and forth game battle the rest of the way, like you would expect a rivalry game at the end of the season to be. So really pleased. Obviously, Hannah had a huge game, picking up 15 rebounds for us. Nyla was really efficient, scoring the ball 8 for 10 from the floor in only 21 minutes. And the way Katie Shoemate started the game, I mean, when she plays like that consistently, she's as good. She's an all-conference player, no question. She's really a talented player. So hopefully we can get, hope we get Claire and Lexi back for the tournament. That's fingers crossed for that, because that really helps our rotation and our depth.
All right, Alan, you want to take the first question for Coach?
Yeah, just a lot of numbers here, but 48-24 on the boards, and obviously what Hannah was able to do, especially in that category. Just talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, Hannah's just learned kind of what her niche is, and this year she's had great rebounding numbers from the guard position, and she's just aggressive. It's one of the things we talk about in rebounding is you have to treat every shot like it's a miss, and she certainly does. So that's really been a huge shot in the arm for our team, especially when we haven't been shooting the basketball. Okay, so really big, getting those 7 extra possessions with those offensive rebounds. That's huge in a tight game like this. And one in particular late was just huge for us. We got a foul call on it. So really happy for her. She's a hard worker and a great teammate. It's nice to see her do well.
And go ahead. I was just gonna ask Nyla down the stretch, really on both ends. She had a couple of big contests there on the defensive end as well, kind of coming down the stretch, and knocking out some free throws and looking pretty good doing it. I thought form-wise. Talk about her.
Yeah, I mean, she's a good free throw shooter. It's just she's been in her head a little bit, and so it's just a matter of making sure we're not clouding her head with the wrong things and just letting her be the player that she is. And I think that was good for her to see the ball go through the basket, especially from the free throw line. She picked up some fouls early. She had 3 fouls quick, and we had to sit her, and which was unfortunate. And she did a great job. Played the rest of the when we chose not to start her in the second half because I really wanted to see if we can get to the first media in the third quarter without playing her. And there were times when I was like, I might have to put her in here, but fortunately, we got to that media, and then, she was phenomenal down the stretch. Like you said, defensively, did a really good job of defending without fouling, had some big rebounds, and then just did a really good job of finishing.
Yeah, I think you were up 15, and she had 2 fouls like in back-to-back possessions, and it kind of changed the game, obviously.
It changed a lot for us, and then she picked up a third one, in the second quarter, and that was huge for us because we were playing with great flow and tempo, and that kind of slowed some things down. I mean, I thought they did a good job of changing the way they guarded Katie Shoemate, because Katie did a great job of getting to the basket early and got some really good looks for us. So the combination of those 2 things kind of hurt us a little bit from the offensive end. But like I said, defensively, once we're locked in, we have good personnel on the court and locked in, that type of thing. I think we've rounded into the type of defensive team that you need to be this time of year. Now we just got to make some shots.
How has the defense improved? How is the defense different than it was a month ago?
changed a couple things defensively in our philosophy with a few things rotation wise and the way we're defending certain actions. But the other thing is we just challenged them and said, hey, you're not going to win any games if you defend like this down the stretch in conference play. And I think they took that to heart, obviously, after the Western Michigan game was kind of a turning point for us defensively. And, to be honest with you, I think if we shoot the ball well, we probably win 6 straight to end the year instead of go, 4-2 or 4-2, that's what got us in the Miami game. It wasn't defense. And then, against Bowling Green, it was a little different story with keeping a couple starters out and trying to rest them some. So, is what it is. We're close. I think this team is close to being where it needs to be. Once again, the whole thing comes down to our offensive flow and ability to make shots, because I think defensively, we've gotten back to what we're capable of.
Hi, Coach. I had a really quick question for you. So Jordan Dawson on Akron, she averages around like 16 points a game, and today she didn't score at all until the fourth quarter. What were you guys able to do defensively against her? Was that more or less like her foul trouble, or what were you guys able to do defensively?
Well, I thought we did a really good job of staying underneath her. She's really good when she can get to your body and get to your level of your hips. She really does a good job of kind of neutralizing you and getting to the basket. So we really challenged. I thought Katie did a phenomenal job on her, really, really defended her well. And then when we had switches, we did a good job. She got some points late, hit a couple threes, and then got to the basket late. But I thought we did a really good job of just playing solid on her all the way around, not letting her, kind of get off early in the game and get to the basket.
Katie has always been a good defender, but she seems to have turned into a shutdown defender on their best players. How's she matured as a defender?
Yeah, when she was doing that late in the year last year. If you remember our win against Buffalo up in Cleveland last year, she did a phenomenal job defensively. And you guys, people would be like, well, Dijah Fair had 36 in that game. Well, we won the game. Nobody else scored over 6 points in that game. And I thought Katie made her take tough shots. Dijah Fair hit some ridiculous shots in that game. So she's kind of developed into that. When she wants to sit down and guard with her length and her ability to move, she's one of the better perimeter defenders in the league, I think.
How are her knees?
They got her through today. So they got her through today, and we'll rest her again and come down the stretch. That's been something she's been, just her legs and her knees and stuff like that throughout the season. And it's not injury wise. It's just a lot of soreness and she a lot of these players desperately need the off season to recover, but she's certainly at the top of the list.
You think that having Wednesday off helped her for this game?
Absolutely, I do. You tell me. She looked a lot fresher out there on the court than she has the last couple of weeks. And, I thought it like the fire was burning in her watching that Bowling Green game, knowing she could have helped out in that game. And but she was really good. We talked with her about it, and she agreed that she needed the rest and that it was most important to be able to give her kind of a pseudo bye week that a lot of players, that a lot of other players in the league were getting, so she could be her best. And now she plays a game, gets another day of rest tomorrow, and then we prepare for the tournament. So I think it was the right move.
Any other questions, Coach? No? All right. Thanks, Coach.
All right, you got it, Jay. Your laptop's down here.
Yep. Can you hit the record button so it stops recording?
I certainly can.
Bottom.